Sorry, I was having some issues with my Streamlabs here. Let me get to the live stream chat so I can see. So, what's been going on? Took a nice long walk today. What's been going on? Took some more shelves sorted today. What's been going on? Cleaned out my car a little bit. I'm going to vacuum it fully of all the sand tomorrow. I'm in top chat and not in live chat, so that's not good. Tomorrow's Saturday. There'll be an auction. Not sure the time yet. I'm not sure the time yet. Depends. My kids have a big track meet. I've got some stories today to talk about Sean Diddy Combs. There's a video, did you see it, that it's circulating that he beat up Cassie Ventura, his girlfriend at the time, in 2016. And what happened apparently is that they had a fight or something. She wanted to leave and he wouldn't let her leave. He fell asleep. Then she was leaving this hotel and he got up. He was in a towel and he came and he threw some vases at her. And then he had punched her before that. She had a black eye. She picks up a hotel phone, but I don't know what happens there. He kicks her twice, then drags her back to the hotel room, and she's calling, and so that surfaced today. And there's also something about a drug mule of his taking a plea deal, so we'll talk about that. There's stuff about these three sisters who all set out to murder one of their son-in-laws. Yeah. And then we're going to talk about a North Carolina woman who concealed the death of an elderly man, and she then just spent his money. So, yeah, got lots to talk about. We've got lots to talk about. Hello, Debbie D. Hello, Margot. I don't know what's going on with my computer. It's not moving. It's just, and Ethan put up a new video. He's pretty excited about it. Hi, Bucky-Ann. He catches huge bass, and it's kind of funny, his reaction to it. So, if you want to show him some love, I have a link to it in the community page. Okay. Now let me go to our news. The bruises on my arms. That was, I think, mostly from almost the last days of us going home. I'm waiting for my stuff to load up. What else? What else? Excuse me. Trying to think what else. I have some shell projects coming up. Okay, so let's see now what we've got here. There's some other things too. There's a South Carolina woman who was shot dead arriving for work, and we're gonna talk about that. A UPS driver that was murdered. Okay, but we're gonna talk about Sean Diddy Combs. Assaulting his then girlfriend in a hotel hallway. Okay. Oh, good. Don't start yawning now. Come on, stop it. I thought I had been on mute this whole time. I was like just looking. Oh my goodness. In Irvine, California, a UPS driver was found shot to death in his truck on Thursday, and they charged a coworker with the company for killing him. Okay, so let me get this Diddy Combs. Here's P. Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs. Here's Cassie Ventura. They're in a hotel hallway. And it shows Sean Combs, Diddy Combs, chasing Cassie Ventura in a hotel hallway before he struck her, kicked her twice, dragged her by the hair. And she at one point picked up a hotel phone in the hallway. Sean can be seen pushing Ventura into a corner before sitting in a chair, grabbing an item off the table. They were vases, and throwing them at her. So, yeah, that video is around if you want to take a look at that. Now, of course, it was in March when authorities raided, I can't even believe that was March already, Sean Combs' home in Holmby Hills, California, and Miami. Reports indicated that the raid was connected to an ongoing trafficking investigation. Two more accusers came forward a week after Cassie Ventura did. One of the women claimed that Sean P. Diddy Combs drugged her, raped her at a Syracuse University in 1991. And he denied those allegations before a third person, Liza Gardner, came forward with very similar allegations against him. Gardner claimed that Combs and another singer-songwriter, Aaron Hall, drugged her and art her and a friend following an Uptown Records event in 1990. Gardner said she was 16 at the time of the incident, and she also accused Sean Combs of choking her a day after the assault. He has not been formally charged with any crimes. His legal team has called the raids an unprecedented ambush, and Cassie Ventura has not publicly commented on the video, but her attorney did say, and I quote, "The gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing and predatory behavior of Mr. Combs. Words cannot express the courage and fortitude that Ms. Ventura has shown in coming forward to bring this to light." Meanwhile, a spokesperson for the company said that they do not have any prior incident reports or videos, as the hotel is no longer under the same IHG management. A South Carolina woman was shot dead as she arrived for work. The suspect was caught hours later. A man was suspected of gunning her down as she arrived at her job on Friday morning, and he was arrested hours later in Georgia. The Anderson County Coroner's Office identified the victim as Katie Brooke Jones, 36 years old. And one moment. She was a employee at NRTC Automation in Piedmont, South Carolina. Piedmont. Something about Piedmont recently. Where did I just see that? Investigators say that Katie Brooke Jones arrived at work and Derek Schneider, 33, approached her car and shot her multiple times before he fled the scene. Katie Brooke Jones died at Prisma Health Hospital. Investigators believe that Snyder had previously worked at NRTC as well. The shooting was reported at 6:45 a.m. And the Anderson County Sheriff's Office spokesperson, Shell Remian, said in a statement that evidence collected at the scene led the investigators to Georgia, and Snyder was taken into custody in Beaufort, about 100 miles away, several hours later. Working in collaboration with Gwinnett County and Georgia authorities, as soon as Snyder left the house, officers initiated a traffic stop and caught Schneider. Schneider is charged with murder and possession of a weapon during a violent crime and is being held in the Gwinnett County Detention Center while he awaits extradition. Okay, let's talk about that North Carolina woman. North Carolina. Okay, here we go. So, a recent widower was found dead in North Carolina this week, and a woman has been charged with concealing his death and spending his money after he died. The Pitt County Sheriff's Office say they are awaiting a medical examiner's ruling on the cause and the manner of death of Bobby Barnes, who was 60 years old. Barnes was reported missing on Monday to the Farmville Police Department, which said she had last been seen on May 9th. Her body was found Wednesday when deputies were called to a mobile home on US 258 in Pitt County. Deputies took Christy Gray into custody, charging her with concealing a death, larceny of a motor vehicle, and financial card theft. She is being held on $200,000 bond. So Bobby Barnes was only 60 years old when he died, and we don't know the cause or the manner of death. Interesting. Not really. And we're going to look at three sisters that murdered together. Okay, so these three sisters these three sisters right here. They, I guess, are very close and want to help each other out. And so when one has a problem, they all three sit together and decide that murder's the answer, which it never is. They're from Alabama, and they were arrested last week, all of them, because they were involved in a murder-for-hire plot to kill the husband of one of their daughters, their son-in-law. Mitzi Gay Smith, 54, Judy Owen, 61, and Sandra Grimes, 57, face federal charges in the plot, which saw them hiring a convicted felon to kill Grimes's son-in-law. Grimes is the 57-year-old. According to an affidavit that was filed, she accused the son-in-law of abusing her daughter and their children. Owen paid a vet bill in February for Rebecca Murphy, who had previously lived next door to Smith, and called it a down payment for the murder. Grimes and Owen told Murphy that they wanted murder to appear as an overdose, but they also said they didn't care if she had to slit the victim's throat as long as she got the job done. They told her that they had paid a man $10,000 to do it, but he ran off with the money. The sisters took Murphy to Louisiana, where the victim lived, telling her on the way why they wanted him dead. They detailed the victim's abuse of Grimes's daughter and her children, saying he had assaulted them all, drugged the daughter, and forced her to have sex with other men. Okay, let's take a look at the... Okay, I'm going to read to you the affidavit. The arrest affidavit. Okay, so it's, I'm just going to get to this. They're not going to go through all the information about the affiant. Okay, the facts in this affidavit come from my personal observations, my training, and my experience, and information obtained from other agents, witnesses, and others associated with this investigation. The affidavit is intended to show merely that there is sufficient probable cause for the requested complaint and warrant, and does not set forth all of my knowledge about this matter. Based on the facts set forth in the affidavit, there is probable cause to believe that violations of 1. The use of interstate commerce facilities in the commission of murder for hire in violation of 18 United States Code 1958. Okay. 2. Conspiracy to commit murder for hire in violation of 18 United States Code 1958. And 3. Conspiracy to transfer a firearm. Hold on one second. Oh my goodness. I am sorry. Let's see. To transfer a firearm. Okay, and these violations have been committed by Grimes, Owen, and Smith in the Southern District of Alabama on May 3rd, 2024 through May 6th, 2024. Rebecca Murphy provided information to the Federal Bureau of Investigation regarding a murder for hire. M4H is the abbreviation for that scheme. Specifically, in February of 2024, Murphy was hired by Grimes and her sisters, Judy Owen and Mitzi Smith, to murder Grimes' son-in-law, Raul Mena, also known as Raul Mena. Okay. It says that Raul was married to Grimes' daughter, Irma Nicole Bauer. Grimes informed Murphy that Raul physically assaulted Bauer and their children and drugged Bauer, forcing her to have relations with others. Therefore, Grimes, Owen, and Smith hired Murphy to kill Mina. In approximately early to mid-February, Murphy was approached by Grimes and her sisters, Smith and Owen, to murder Grimes' son-in-law, Raul Mina, also known as Raul Mania. This was the first occasion, Murphy said, that she met Grimes and Owen. In approximately mid-February 2024, Murphy's dog was sick with parvo and was treated by Dr. Dykes in Foley, Alabama. In order to obtain the dog, Murphy owed an additional $500, which Owen paid. Afterwards, Owen stated because she paid the bill, then Murphy had to kill Mania. Owen immediately drove Murphy to a Walmart parking lot located in either Fairhope or Daphne, Alabama. At the Walmart parking lot, they switched vehicles into Grimes's vehicle, which was a red Buick Envision bearing a license plate, blah, 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 blah. Then Grimes drove Owen. Excuse me. Murphy to Louisiana in order to show her Mania's house located at 2015 James Drive. And there they physically passed by Mania's house several times. And afterwards they drove back and did not... Oh my gosh. Sorry. I just dropped my mouse. And did not stay the night anywhere. The purpose of the trip was to inform Murphy of the things Mania did to Bauer and to convince Murphy to murder him. Murphy felt like she was being held hostage on the trip and had no choice on whether or not she could go. Since Mania was a drug dealer, Grimes and Owen wanted the murder to appear as an overdose. They wanted Murphy to inject Mania with a lethal dosage of heroin via a needle. However, they did not care if Murphy had to slit Mania's throat. As the sisters gave, hold on a minute. Throat as long as she got the job done. They stated that she had already paid Edward Lane $10,000 to murder Mania, but he ran off with the money. Murphy agreed to this scheme, but stated that they had to pay her more. After they returned for their day trip, Owen gave Murphy $350 cash to purchase the heroin. In addition, Murphy owed her own mother $300 for the bond, and Owen gave Murphy $300 cash to repay her mother. Okay. Within approximately 1 week, Owen picked up Murphy and they drove back to Marino, Louisiana for their second trip. Before checking into the Siesta Motel, they drove past Mania's residence and his place of business. This followed the day that they went with Grimes and Bauer, who were already in Marrero. Bauer and Mania had a history at the Jefferson Parish Courthouse regarding child custody issues. Owens wanted Murphy to kill Mania outside of the courthouse, so that would be great, right? However, how would you kill the person outside the courthouse if you wanted it to appear as an overdose? That's really wacky. Regarding child custody issues, Owens wanted Murphy to kill Mania outside of the courthouse. However, Murphy refused, stating that it was daylight and there were too many cameras. Afterwards, they drove... Oh my gosh, let me see here. They drove back to Alabama. The license plate reader... The information revealed that Grimes' aforementioned black Buick drove eastbound on 110 on February the 20th. in Mobile at approximately 3:14, and then in Harold, Florida at approximately 4:46 p.m. Okay. Shortly after the second trip, Smith delivered a box of what appeared to be, hold on, oh goodness, I'm stuck. Okay, sorry. I have to get a new desk chair. Okay, the sisters gave Murphy money to buy heroin to kill the victim, and she made several trips to Louisiana, but never managed to conduct the murder. The affidavit details text messages between the sisters and Murphy, most over a second phone, using coded names. At one point, Smith gave Murphy a box of Christmas decorations that had a gun in the bottom of it. Oh my gosh. At that point, the affidavit said Murphy knew the sisters were serious about the scheme. The sisters continued to pressure Murphy to finish the job, including a text message from Grimes in March telling her to stab him through the heart at the door or shoot his ASS in the heart or the face. Ultimately, Murphy turned the sisters in. An attorney for Smith dismissed Murphy's allegations, saying that she's probably working some case off of it. I'm getting tired. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't stay up late anymore, and I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So let's see, did I cover everything I said? I'm going to cover the three sisters, yeah, I'll probably have tomorrow, Saturday. Sunday. I know this week went by so fast, and I just can't even believe that I just, ouch, got home on what? Wednesday is it that I got home and had an auction the same day? Is that correct? Yes, I believe it is. Unbelievable. Well, that's what I did. I got home and then I had an auction, and then I've been dealing with trying to get this down. Some lady and my comments lying like crazy. Oh my gosh, she is just too much. So I can't get back to the live chat or anything. It's just gonna have to wait a minute. Did I tell you that Ethan put up a new video? Yeah. And what else is going on? Tomorrow, Saturday, all day it is. And they all have the Christmas card photo. They're all in the matching outfits. That's somebody got a t-shirt on, undershirt on under there. Okay. Wrong thing. I'm in the wrong thing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just... Oh, and I got that book from Holly about gifts from the sea, and I think I'm going to start reading that probably Sunday night. Maybe Sunday during the day. Finish it. I think we could all use that. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to stop yawning now. This is crazy. Okay, I want to talk about one other thing, at least one other thing here now. These poor little boys that were murdered by that self-proclaimed high society woman. Their mother spoke out. And remember, they were mowed down in a crosswalk, okay? So, A Los Angeles mother is clashing with California's criminal justice system following the death of her two sons, and the socialite murder suspect seeks to overturn her conviction for their deaths. 60-year-old Rebecca Grossman sped in her Mercedes through a crosswalk, and she killed Mark Iskander, who was 11, and his 8-year-old brother Jacob. As they crossed the street with their mother and younger brother in 2020. The victim's mother, Nancy Iskander, grabbed her 5-year-old son Zachary and dove out of the way. She and her youngest son witnessed the crash. Grossman was found guilty in February, but has yet to be sentenced and has reportedly shown no remorse for her actions. Hold on a minute. Sparking outrage in the victim's family. And then it said, she had many, many, many ways and times and dates and opportunities to show mercy, and she did not show any mercy on my family. Nancy Iskander said the fact that she only showed hate, all sorts of hate in many, many ways, as if we're her number one enemy in the world. The Iskander family is now accusing Grossman, that's the woman that was charged with hitting them, of manipulating the justice system by appealing her charges to the state Supreme Court before trial, and she is also accused of attempting to that she has Sharon sweatshirt jacket. Do you see that around? I don't think it's made from sweatshirt material. I think it's green, like almost like that parachute material. Okay. Iskander said, I quote, she had many opportunities to show mercy, and she did not show any mercy on my family. In fact, she only showed hate, all sorts of hate in many, many ways, as if we are her number one enemy in the world. Okay. I am so tired. I am so sorry, but I don't know what, I should have come on earlier. I am just exhausted. And I have to get some rest because I have a really, really big day tomorrow. So I'm going to try to get some rest. I might post some little shorts from the vacation. I'm trying to get some of that stuff up. I love you guys. God bless. Thanks for putting up with my seeming jet lag, but I don't know what it is, okay? Thanks so